Most people do not understand that you have to intentionally surrender. You must intentionally surrender yourself from this outcome. You must completely let go. You must release all attachment. Now, most people in the spiritual realm know about this. We know about letting go of our attachments. We know that we have to let go and let be. But this intentional surrender is a critical aspect to having your manifestation show up in your life. When you are so hardly pushing and desiring and wanting, you're creating a neediness energy, a forceful energy. You're trying to force something to happen. You are needing something to happen. And you cannot create that thing that you would desire, that you really desire, the way that you desire it inside of that energy. You can create something. You can force things to happen, but the true manifestation that you wish to happen will not happen under the forceful energy that creates. So the intentional surrender, your intentional surrender, letting go of what you want and saying to God, let this be. Let the universe provide, however it may provide, whenever it may provide. See, what you're doing is you're relinquishing control. And when you relinquish control and you give up control, you allow things to flow into you. As long as you're trying to have a grip on everything and anything that you want in life, you are pushing that away. You are holding that at a distance because you are trying to control it. And you cannot control the universe. You cannot control how life happens. You think you can control because we plan and we have goals and we do things and we think that we're in control, but we are not in control. And this is very hard for a spiritual awakened people to understand because we see that we are causing the matter of our lives and we know that we are creating our reality. We are causing our reality. We are creating this reality that's coming to us. That is true. We are creating our reality, but we are not controlling it. Creation and control are not the same thing. You cannot control a painting into being. You cannot control art into formation. You can create a painting. You can create art. You can create life. You cannot control life. You cannot control your way into magical miracles, manifestations in your life. You have to intentionally surrender. You have to let the universe, you have to let God, you have to let whatever you want to call it provide for you the way that it wants to provide for you. And when, in the time that it wants to provide for you. It is not up to you to dictate the path of how your manifestations and desires will be provided and when exactly they were provided. That is not up to you. The Christians got it right when they pray to God. They let and they cast their burdens onto the Christ because they are relinquishing their control. They are releasing themselves from the equation and allowing the greater powers of the universe to provide. And for us that may have grown up in unsettling childhoods, for those of us with trauma, for those of us that feel that we've lacked something from our childhood or lacked something in ourselves, we feel that maybe control is our only access to have some sort of confidence and power in our life. That if we don't control our circumstances, if we don't control our lives, control others, control how life happens, then we won't have any power. We'll feel out of control, and we won't be able to have the things that we want. But this is the next step in the transformation for those spirits and souls going through that life experience. Must relinquish that control. Must intentionally surrender. See, this isn't surrender like I've given up. It's an intentional surrender. It's intentionally surrendering to the universe, to God, to the divine, to provide for you that which you know you shall be given, and allowing it to unfold, letting go to allow it to unfold the way it's meant to unfold, the way it's meant to show up. You're not surrendering to not having what you desire. You're surrendering to how and when. And I take that back. You're also surrendering, you're completely letting go to it possibly not happening. But you know that if you have an intention and you desire, everything will happen to you when you surrender and let go and allow things to be provided to you. But you have to also create the space of, in surrender, that you're okay if it doesn't happen. See, that's the critical thing. If you are not okay without this happening for you, if you are not okay without your miracles taking place, without your manifestations happening, they will not happen, because you are relying on these things to make you okay. And this is fine if you're an unconscious soul. But if you are a conscious soul, this doesn't work anymore. You can't force reality. This isn't the 80s or the 90s. We are in a new millennia. We are in an awakening millennia where force and manipulation are not going to work for us awakened souls. And we need to embrace the fact that we have to let go, surrender to the divine, and allow things to think. So we have to let go. We have to let go of, is this manifestation ever going to happen for me? And if it doesn't, we have to be okay with that in ourselves. And when we get to that place, when we are in our consciousness and our awareness, okay, just the way we are, just the way things are, without the manifestation, without the creation, then we have fully intentionally surrendered. We still know we desire, we still want, we still are focused, we still are even working and acting towards the things we desire. You do not stop doing things when you let go, when you surrender. You continue to act because you continue to want and desire these things, but you're surrendering them from their appearance in your life, from when they'll manifest. You're surrendering that. And when that is authentically done, the manifestations show up almost immediately. Immediately, or within very short period of time, because you've let go of the attachment to needing that thing in your life happening. Absolutely. And when you've let go of that attachment, it is like it's now allowed to come in because you don't need it anymore. You're not resisting it through attachment. You're not resisting it through the need. And that then becomes like, instead of a repelling magnet, it flips the poles and becomes like an attracting magnet. You are now totally at peace regardless. And all of those things that you desire flood into your life like you couldn't imagine. This is the miracle of intentional surrender. This is the miracle of letting go. This is the miracle of unattaching yourself from all the things that you desire, want, need. Let go of that, and you allow the divine to provide. And she shall provide. The miracles will come to you. So look into your life. Look to see, where are your desires not coming to fruition? Where are you attached? Where are you hanging on to, needing things happening in your life, needing things to change? Continually work on changing those things and doing what you need to do in your life. Do not give that up. But see where those things are in your life and surrender. Let go. Just let it go. Do that today, and miracles shall happen. With love and peace. Bless you.